Welcome everyone to the channel. Today, we're diving into a philosophy that has guided emperors, artists, and leaders for thousands of years. A mental toolkit designed to make you not just resilient, but truly unstoppable. I'm talking about Stoicism. If you've ever felt like you're drowning in stress, overwhelmed by life's chaos, or just struggling to stay focused on your goals, then you are in exactly the right place. Because today, we're not just going to talk about an ancient philosophy. We're going to unlock its practical power for your modern life. Let's start with a question. Have you ever had one of those days where everything just goes wrong? You spill coffee on your shirt, you get stuck in traffic, and then your boss drops a mountain of unexpected work on your desk. The natural reaction is frustration, right? Your blood pressure rises, your mood sours, and the whole day feels ruined. But what if there was a different way? This is where the core of Stoicism comes in. It's built on a beautifully simple yet profound idea: the dichotomy of control. Stoicism teaches us to draw a clear line in the sand between what we can control and what we cannot. You can't control the traffic. You can't control your boss's demands. You can't undo the spilled coffee. Fretting about these things is like trying to command the ocean to be still. It's a complete waste of your energy. What can you control? Your response, your thoughts, your actions. The Stoic Emperor Marcus Aurelius wrote in his private journals, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This isn't about being passive or emotionless. It's about being strategic. Instead of wasting 99% of your energy on things you can't change, you channel 100% of it into what you can. You can choose to take a deep breath. You can choose to prioritize the new tasks calmly. You can choose to laugh off the coffee stain. This shift doesn't just help you get through the day, it fundamentally changes your relationship with adversity. It's the first step to becoming mentally unstoppable. But here's the part that most people miss. It's not a one-time decision, it's a daily practice. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. One of the most powerful tools in the Stoic arsenal is cognitive reframing. That's a fancy term for changing the story you tell yourself about what's happening. Think about someone who does the opposite of this. When they face a challenge, like losing a job, their inner story might be, "This is a disaster, I'm a failure, my career is over." This story leads to despair, inaction, and anxiety. A Stoic, however, sees the exact same event, but chooses a different narrative. They might say, "This is an unexpected change. It's a chance to reevaluate what I truly want in a career. This is an opportunity to learn new skills or explore a path I've always been curious about." See the difference? The event is the same, but the response is worlds apart. It's not about toxic positivity or pretending a bad situation is good. It's about finding the opportunity within the obstacle. The great Stoic philosopher Seneca put it perfectly. "It is not what you bear, but how you bear it." The obstacle doesn't just block the path, it becomes the path. Every difficulty you overcome is like a weight you lift in the gym for your mind. It makes you stronger, more capable, and more confident for the next challenge. So how can you apply this today? Try this exercise. The next time something frustrating happens, no matter how small, pause. Ask yourself, what is the story I'm telling myself about this event? And is there a more empowering, useful story I could choose instead? This simple act of reframing can transform a moment of stress into a moment of strength. But this leads to a real challenge. What do we do when things are truly out of our hands and there's no immediate action to take? This brings us to another key Stoic principle, one that sounds passive but is actually a source of immense power: Amor Fati, or a love of fate. This is the practice of not just accepting reality, but embracing it. Life is unpredictable. Plans will fail. People will disappoint you. Things won't always go your way. The common response is to fight against this reality, to wish things were different. If only this hadn't happened, we say. This struggle is the source of so much of our suffering. Stoicism teaches us to stop fighting. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It means freeing yourself from the mental prison of what if and should have been. Imagine you're sailing a ship. You can't control the wind, but you can adjust your sails. Acceptance is acknowledging which way the wind is blowing. Fighting the wind is useless. Accepting it allows you to harness its power to move forward. Let me share a quick story. The philosopher Epictetus was born a slave. He had no control over his status, his body, or his freedom. One day, his master, in a fit of rage, began to twist his leg. Epictetus calmly warned him, "If you continue, it will break." His master did continue, and the leg broke. Epictetus's response, he simply said, "See, I told you it would break." He accepted his reality with such profound calm because he knew his mind, his will, and his character were his own, and no one could take that from him. He focused on what was his to control, his inner response. This doesn't mean we should invite pain, but that we should accept what we cannot change and focus our power where it matters. This radical acceptance liberates you from the anxiety of wanting reality to be something other than what it is. It gives you the clear-headedness to act effectively within that reality. So, when faced with an unchangeable situation, instead of resisting it, try saying to yourself, "This is the situation. It is what it is. Now, what's my next move?" But there's one more practice that ties all of this together and fuels your resilience every single day. It's a practice so simple that many overlook it, yet it's a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy: gratitude. In a world that constantly tells us what we lack, gratitude shifts our focus to the abundance we already possess. Most people live in a state of chronic dissatisfaction, always chasing the next thing, the next promotion, the next purchase, the next milestone, believing that's where happiness lies. This is a recipe for endless anxiety. The Stoics knew that true contentment comes from within. They practiced something called negative visualization. This isn't about being pessimistic, it's a thought experiment. Take a moment to imagine your life without something you cherish: your health, a loved one, your home. By contemplating its loss, you come to appreciate its presence so much more deeply. When you open your eyes, you're filled with a profound sense of gratitude for what you have, right here, right now. You can practice this in a simpler way. Every morning, before you pick up your phone, or every evening before you go to sleep, take just 60 seconds to name 3 things you are genuinely grateful for. It could be as simple as the warmth of your bed, a good conversation you had, or the fact that you are breathing. This practice rewires your brain. It trains your mind to scan for the positive instead of the negative. It builds a foundation of inner contentment that makes you less reactive to external chaos. When you're grounded in gratitude, the small annoyances of daily life lose their power over you. A difficult day at work seems less monumental when you are genuinely thankful for the opportunity to have a job in the first place. As we embrace these Stoic principles, focusing on our control, reframing obstacles into opportunities, accepting what we can't change, and practicing gratitude, we build an inner citadel. We become more equipped to handle life's ups and downs, not with brute force, but with grace, wisdom, and unshakable confidence. We learn to navigate challenges with a calm mind and a resilient spirit. This is what it means to be mentally unstoppable. It's not about never feeling pain or hardship. It's about knowing that no matter what life throws at you, you have the inner tools to handle it. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the world of Stoicism. I hope you found it as powerful and practical as I have. If this video resonated with you, please hit that like button and consider subscribing for more insights on building a stronger mind and a better life. The path to mental strength is a journey, not a destination. Remember, every step you take, every principle you practice, brings you closer to becoming the most resilient and unstoppable version of yourself. Stay strong, stay focused, and keep moving forward. I'll see you in the next one.